And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Blues of St. Louis taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
To throw on second down. Swift. It's complete. It's Gore. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. To throw. Swift. He's got his running back out of the backfield. There he goes left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Blues are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Second down and 8. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he Vikings have first down yardage.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep them from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now they'll change things up. Back to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 10 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Swift into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. A free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards. But he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The good pickup there, a 22.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And the slot man goes in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Oh, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage and just... staring at a fourth down. Well done.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Moss. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with him. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw again. He'll buy some time right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now back to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Sheds off the tackle.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gives him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a handoff running through the middle. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try and sneak it here.
And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They're going to look to throw. And he is caught. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Looking to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! From 3 yards out. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams, pushing his way through. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Swift. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Swift. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Operating from the gun. Swift. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Swift.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the 1st down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Back to throw. Swift. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return will stop right around the 25. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy a film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Washington's got it. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
On second down, they'll run it here. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have a Vikings first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
Now they send a man in motion right. Second and 4. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And now an audible here into something else.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Off play action. Swift. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book.
And that's caught inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down at a yard.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Back to throw.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 61 yards.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And they can't bring him down.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Swift. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tied game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Minnesota,
they snap out of their doldrums and improve to 2-6 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.